Are we live now?
I think we are. I think we're live.
Lord, are we going to do this?
I don't know if we're going to do this or not.
It was easier the last time when we just used pictures.
Yeah, well, should we start?
I guess we should, so we can end it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start then. Okay. Ready?
All right, let's go.
It's the Something About Something podcast with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
And my good friend, Mr. Ricky Poe. Welcome all SAS nerds and everyone. Thank you for watching, and here we are. This is our new format of Something About Something. If you're one of the few people who've seen our first season, it was a totally different kind of format. And Mr. Ricky Pope, would you please explain?
So it was basically audio. You and I recorded our podcast, and then we would put up choose an image of the day of the week and we would have little moving mouths. It just had moving mouths.
That's right.
It was kind of sad. It was sad and weird.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it would. You would think it would be a lazy man's podcast, but it was too consuming.
No, it was probably harder than this.
I mean, pretty soon I'll have the website up, and we have an archive on there as soon as my host will get things straightened out. But
yeah,
there's a
few. There might be a few missing episodes.
Yeah, quite a few.
I noticed that today.
The lost episodes, the ones that nobody wanted to see. Yeah,
it's mostly the ones that we just never got around to making videos of,
and we don't have any sponsors.
We don't have any sponsors.
Actually, we do.
We have a sponsor. What?
Yes, we do. We have a sponsor. Brought to you by the people who make coffee. Coffee makes me poop. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on the old show, we used to always laugh that no one was watching.
I know.
Somebody's watching.
Somebody's watching.
There are two people.
There's two people.
Two people are actually watching.
I don't see that anywhere. Why can I not see that?
In the upper corner?
No, because you have all the.
I'll have all the bells and whistles. Yeah, we got to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, we got two people watching. Okay.
So hey, if you're watching the show and you like it at all, or you think it's stupid, definitely send us a comment. Let us know what you think.
I don't want to know. If it's a negative, keep it to yourself. If you don't like it, talk behind my back.
Hey,
I don't care.
Benjamin just commented. Well, he just put up sunglasses on a smiley face with sunglasses.
Benjamin Rodriguez. Thank you.
Jason said he's blind.
Yes, Jason is blind. Yes, thank you, Jason and Benjamin Rodriguez, for supporting us at the Something About Something.
So our two people, our two watchers. I'm so sorry.
Somebody's so far so good. You guys should talk about food. I'm offended. What are they trying to say? I got chubby piece. You can talk about food. I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh.
What did you eat today? If we're going to talk about food.
What did we eat today?
What did you eat today?
What did I eat today? I don't even remember. I ate some steak. I did eat some steak.
You ate some steak.
Now yesterday, my wife had feijoada. If we're going to talk about food, we got to talk about feijoada.
Feijoada?
It is.
What are you talking about?
It's a Brazilian.
Likes the cup.
Yeah. Benjamin likes the cup. Feijoada is a Brazilian dish made with black beans and sausage and pork, and it's usually over rice. It's pretty amazing. But we have some Brazilian friends. It was my wife's birthday yesterday, and they brought over feijoada for her to celebrate her birthday.
I had bacon today. Pretty much.
Bacon's a win. Bacon is always a win.
It's a win. Okay, and let's talk about some real stuff because.
Okay. So hey, I want to talk about Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's pretty. I saw for $12.99. It's $12.99 a month. You get Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal, I think.
Yeah, that's not bad. We did just the Disney Plus. Hey, we got 3 people watching now. Hey, let
Yeah.
us know where you're watching from. We got just the Disney Plus thing, and I've gotten into the Mandalorian show.
Oh yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
Star Wars, um, you know, TV style show. It's interesting. Lots of fanboy call outs. It definitely has the fanboy feature.
I get a chance to. Man, there's this website, and I was watching it last night. And that website was on Facebook, and it's like Meta Nerd, and I mean they went in depth of the Mandalorian from the very beginning of the existence. I mean,
Oh,
it was like a 30-minute, total lore about the Mandalorian, and how it was actually a creature in the beginning, and then eventually it went out for humans, and it was like, oh, it's interesting. And they had it in the lore of the entire canon of the Star Wars universe. It was interesting.
so the thing I think is interesting about Mandalorian,
Yeah.
no spoilers, but it makes the holiday special canon.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you talking about?
The holiday special?
I wish we had the picture up to put it right now.
the singing and dancing holiday Christmas Star Wars special, where they talk about Life Day, and the whole point is to get Chewbacca back to his home planet. Yeah, that whole thing becomes canon.
That is sad. That is sad.
It is a little weird. It is a little weird. It's a little weird. It's a little weird, like talking to you over the internet, because so those who have not watched the show before or listened to the show before, forever Mike and I did the show in the same room at the same time, just audio. Due to circumstances beyond our control, we've had to be in 2 different places for probably the foreseeable future. But maybe one night we'll be able to do a show together.
Just nice.
Yeah, in the same place.
That would be awesome. Hey, there's some movies coming up I'm looking forward to.
What movie?
Well,
movies
coming up. The last Jedi.
Oh yes. I am interested. I want to see it.
I mean, at the same time, I'm cautiously, I'm cautious about it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the way things were going. How I wasn't a big fan of the past 2 episodes. But then I'm still a Star Wars fan. So, anything you're looking forward to?
That is kind of the major thing I'm looking forward to right now. I don't know that there's another movie I'm super excited about. Probably the other movie, I'll tell you what movie I'm not excited about.
What's that?
Cats.
No. And this would be a great segue to the stupid news. but it'd be a great segue to the stupid news.
Well, okay. Well, let me finish my cat.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Cat's complaint, and then we can move right into stupid news from there. Yeah. Hey, we got 4 people watching now. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. Somebody earlier said they were watching from their computer, because that's helpful. Thank you so much. So Cats, it's a musical, right? It's a musical, the stage musical Cats, and they're making a Cats movie, and there's CGI people turned into cats, and it's really weird. It's a little disturbing. I'm not excited about it. Mind you, I'm a musician. I'm a music guy. I actually love the musical Cats. I'm not excited about this movie. So I guess with that being said, it's time for some stupid news.
It's time for the stupid news. And if my soundboard was working, we would have this great.
Yeah. So yeah, that was sad.
Go ahead and do a announce me. Do your little thing.
It's the stupid news with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
Well, Mr. Ricky Pope, the Russians.
What do you have for me today?
Well, something in Russia right now, and apparently, I don't know if you know this or not, but cats they don't like being thrown.
Cats don't like being thrown. I could see that. I think most things don't like being thrown. I mean, other than balls.
Yeah, when you throw cats, they particularly become dangerous projectiles. Apparently, a Russian man is facing up to 5 years in prison after allegedly turning a cat into a flying weapon of fur.
Oh my gosh.
Claws, flurries, and an altercation with a police officer.
Oh no. He threw a cat at someone.
He threw a cat at a police officer.
He threw the cat at a police officer?
Yes, he did.
This is not going to end well.
No, the suspects grabbed the cat like a suitcase, shook it.
Oh.
And then fussed at the officer, and the cat seriously scratched the officer.
Oh.
Yeah. The victim, I mean, not the victim, but the person who threw the cat, he said that basically what he told the police officer, that the cat jumped on the police officer on its own volition. So basically,
okay.
Yeah. So when you shake a cat and you throw it and it goes, meow, and it sticks to you like a Garfield on a windshield of a car, that's totally an accident.
I definitely, absolutely an accident. That definitely was not on purpose at all.
Not at all.
Oh my gosh. So I'm taking it he went to jail?
Oh yeah, 5 years.
5 years.
Hey, you don't play that in Russia. You go to the gulag.
Oh, that's okay.
I got one more thing. I'm gonna.
You got something else? You got more weird news?
One more thing, yes.
Okay.
Apparently, and I think we went over this last week, but a loud fart.
What?
Apparently, a loud fart gave away a suspect's hiding spot. That's right.
Don't eat beans before you do a robbery. Is that the moral to the story?
3 in Clay County, Missouri, when tracking down a suspect, law enforcement might use a canine to track down a scent. This was not necessarily for the recent arrest in Missouri, according to Clay County Sheriff's Office. Over the weekend, Liberty Police was searching for a man who had a felony warrant for arrest. The person was wanted for possession of controlled substance. The suspects hid to avoid the police, but apparently a loud fart sound was loud and gave his hiding position spot away.
Oh my gosh!
And down on the bottom like this, we got to give props to the Liberty PD for using their sense to sniff him out.
Oh,
I have my soundboard. Wah, wah,
wah. That's horrible.
That's bad. So that's stupid news.
Oh my gosh. So okay, so talking about the stupid news. So I told you this a few days ago. If you're watching, you should definitely go to Google at some point. Not right now during the show, but at some point, go to Google and just type in your birth date and the words Florida man. You will absolutely, you will thank me. You will thank me for this. There is no end of of stupid news
Oh no.
that includes a date and the word Florida man.
Hey, did you hear? Let's
What?
talk about. Hey, let's talk about film and movies. Do you have a little bumper there? You got a little
I have an image again
something you can.
for film and movies. Yes, I do.
Until we.
You have film and TV.
Yeah.
So you have something else you want to talk about on films?
Yes. Apparently, there is Henry Cavill, who played Superman.
Yes.
He said that he has not given up on the idea of continuing being the Man of Steel,
Okay,
which I think is interesting.
that's fascinating.
And
That'll be an interesting take in the DC universe to have the same Superman, but we lose the Batman.
I don't know. I mean, with the Twilight kid.
How do you feel about the new Batman?
I looked at the cast, and especially the villains, I'm not for sure about. You've seen some of the villains that they picked out.
I have. I don't think they'll be bad. I can't remember the name, but the guy who's playing the Riddler, I think he could make a good Riddler.
You think so?
I think he can make a good Riddler. Not sure about the was it the Penguin was the other one that they had listed. I'm not positive about that one.
What do you think about Alfred?
That is I think Alfred could work. I think the Alfred could work.
Now I've seen him play the villain, usually a Russian villain. Do you have his name?
Let's see. The new Batman. We're talking about
they call it the Batman.
And Andy Serkis as the new Alfred. I think Andy Serkis could pull that off. I think it could be good. I'm a little concerned of how they're going to play this whole. If they're going to do the Joker turn and say, we're just going to ignore that we tried to create our own universe and just roll with it, or if they're going to play this into, okay, we're going to try to keep going with the continuity we already have.
I can't imagine that they would go with the continuity because this is totally different. I mean, the whole Justice League, that entire universe was based off of an older Batman, a mature Batman.
Yeah,
and he was kind of the glue that brought them together because, plus he, billionaire, but
right. I can think of one way they could pull it off, but I don't think they'll do it.
Yeah, like handing the
passing the baton.
Okay.
Get Batfleck on screen for 5 minutes to pass off the baton to, bring in Patterson,
as Nightwing.
Bring him in as Nightwing. Pass off the baton, new Batman. I think that would be a brilliant way to keep continuity. If they want to do it, I don't think they will. I don't think they're brave enough to do it.
I don't think so. And plus, they have him cast as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. They've actually got him cast as Bruce Wayne. Unless this is all, we're going to tell you this is what we're doing, but when you show up at the theaters, hey, surprise, we did something really cool and amazing.
Now, Jeffrey Wright, I like him. He was in Westworld.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good, and I guess they have him marked for the Commissioner.
I think that one could be good. I really actually think that's a great casting.
I think he has the mannerism, and I think he has the. I don't know. I think he has the expression to be a good Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys are whoever's still watching, what do you guys think about the new Batman? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Like I said, it's kind of up in the air for me right now. I'm kind of I don't know. I think Robert Pattinson. I keep thinking of the Twilight dude. Sparkles all over.
Sparkly Batman.
Sparkles and rhinestones and
I am cautiously optimistic. As you know, I'm not a huge DC fan. I'm a Marvel fanboy all the way.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoy the DC movies. So, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Well, I was really concerned when Affleck
Black.
bowed out of it,
Yeah.
and it was a bad time. I mean, the DC universe really never had a chance on the movies to basically um, cement it to become what it could have been. I mean, it was
Yeah.
almost like they threw this thing together, at the last minute. Last minute. What's
I think what you're saying there is right. I think they simply didn't give it enough time. Hey, we got 6 people watching. Hey guys, let
yeah,
us know where you're watching from.
so,
I think they did not give it enough time before they tried to push for the Justice League. I
yeah,
think they should have had a standalone Batman, a standalone Wonder Woman, a standalone Superman, maybe even a standalone Flash movie before they tried to launch the universe.
yeah,
Give them all a similar look. Honestly, I think the biggest hang up is they don't have a single um they don't have a single head that's like, this is the guy who's going to make sure all of the movies work together to make this happen.
yeah, yeah. Now, did they Joss Whedon? Um, you're familiar with him, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Josh Whedon.
I had some. I was reading somewhere that they may get him involved in the DC universe as a director. Have you heard anything about that?
Um, I I know I've heard some things like that.
Hey,
The mo-
shout out to one of our assassiners, Mr. Michael McCall. I hadn't seen you in a while too. I hope you're doing well. Shout out
Hey, Michael.
to McCall and Jason Hamilton, and yeah, thank you for everyone just joining and participating. This is, let's see here. Ben says give him a chance, and Jason is saying he's a bit concerned. He's kind of I kind of in Jason's camp there. I'm a little concerned about it too. But yeah, I mean, who
Now I
knows?
know you mentioned Josh Whedon, crossing over. I had heard something about that, but I don't know. I haven't heard why or what he was doing. Now I know they're talking about that James Gunn is scheduled to do the next. Is it Suicide Squad that James Gunn's doing? He's done the Guardians movies,
Yeah,
and that's why the is it the third. Is it the third Guardians movie got delayed because of
yeah,
Suicide Squad, or Suicide Squad got delayed because of the third? I don't know. One of them got delayed because of the other one.
Well, I know Peter Gunn was running into some situations, some um, I don't want to say scandal, or not scandal, but it was just some stuff that was said long ago, and
Right now, I know that delayed a lot of things, but he's back on
yeah,
for both movies. But I know one is delaying the other one. Now there is something I just saw. Now Josh Whedon feels like Henry Cavill was the best Superman since Christopher Reeve.
really. Hey, what is the deal with like all these big directors and movie stars that are bashing on superhero films? What's the deal with that?
I,
Like they're not real movies. There's too many of them.
I think
I mean, I think they're jealous because they make tons of money. I mean, honestly,
I honestly I don't think that's the issue.
Morton
I
Sanchez.
think
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I think this is an artist snobbery issue. Okay, hold
No,
on, I'm going to move my mic a little bit.
there you go.
I think this is about artists being artists
Yeah.
and feeling like, okay, I'm a musician, so track with me. Okay.
Mhm.
So imagine I am a famous classical musician. I write classical music. I perform classical music. Um, and you ask me about the latest Shakira album. What am I going to say about that?
Drop it like it's hot. I don't know.
I think it's the same thing here.
Yeah.
It's it's these
But
directors that made amazing films that were more artistic in nature to some extent. They were very story and character driven.
yeah.
They were not they weren't pop music. And Marvel movies, they're pop music. I but I'm not embarrassed. I'm going to go see it. I like listening to it. I like listening to Pitbull.
Jason
And
then brought up a good point. He said Joss Whedon tried to do Batwoman, but could not come up with an idea for it. So
oh,
that's
okay,
that sounds good. Yeah.
yeah,
But
but,
but back to that is they're not being asked about it. They're just being they're just saying it. They're just coming out and saying it. Not and what's provoking that? That's
that I don't know. I don't know what.
because it started with one, and it started with another one, and it started with another one, and so far there's been like four different, either a director, actor, or actress.
Yeah, I think it's just artist snobbery. Honestly, I don't think it has. I don't think it has much to do about anything else. It just comes down to I don't think they're jealous of the money. I think they just feel like, um, you know, these movies are. I mean, I'm sure they're not huge fans of the Friday the 13th movies or the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I'm sure they don't think those are wonderful art films either. But they're not making billions of dollars.
Well, exactly, exactly.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I really think that's what comes down to. I don't know that it's anything else.
I'm just looking up a couple of things online to see. They're doing a reboot of Charlie Angels. Why would you do that?
Yeah, and it bombed. It
Yeah,
just came out. The new Charlie's Angels thing bombed. I think reboots are. I hope. I hope reboots are starting to go away. I think there's just too many reboots. Come up with something original, or I don't know. 70s nostalgia, I'm over it. I lived through the 70s. I'm over it. I didn't want to. I lived through the 70s. I lived through the 80s. I didn't want to see 21 Jump Street come back. I didn't want to see Starsky and Hutch come back. I didn't want to see Charlie's Angels come back. Guess what? They all came back.
mentioning that Wonder Woman. They're Wonder Woman is doing what is it?
A 1984 movie. Yes,
I do look forward to that because
I do.
I mean it's funny because she started out. She basically took the role and wasn't paid hardly anything to take the role because she really wanted to play this character.
Right.
And out of all the movies, that one was was the best.
Yeah.
So I hope she gets paid this come around because I don't know
Oh,
she's good and
yeah.
it was really good and
Yeah. She's good in the role. I think it'll be a good movie. Um, I hope the 80s theme is there.
It doesn't.
But I hope they don't lean into the nostalgia of the 80s.
Yeah, I don't.
Just let it happen. Just let it be a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't want to see Wonder Woman crash into a blockbuster. Well, I guess that wouldn't be the 80s. That was the 90s with Captain Marvel. So what would they, you know, a Ken's Pizza? I don't know what came out in the 80s. What 80s store is not a thing? Kmart. You know, I don't want Wonder Woman to fall into a Kmart because Kmart was big in the 80s.
I think we do better than Kmart. Okay, more. Yeah, I don't know.
I hope it's good. I hope they don't ruin it by making it too nostalgia 80s ish. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Chris Evans, Knife in the Back. Have you heard anything about that? Knife in the Back. It has the
I saw something about murder mystery kind of thing, isn't it?
It looks really good. Chris Evans in it, and I can't believe the guy who plays James Bond. He plays a kind of a Columbo type of detective.
Okay.
And
interesting.
It's kind of a suspenseful, dark comedy. And it looks interesting to me. I mean, not something I would go to the movies and see. It'd be something that, you know, I would find.
It's not my usual fare.
Yeah. It's kind of a whodunit. But it's interesting to see Chris Evans in a different role.
Yes.
He kind of played
it'll be interesting to see how he spins out of not being a Marvel superhero anymore.
From what I've seen in the trailers, he kind of plays like the douchey relative, you know. He does a really good job of it too.
There you go.
And Daniel Craig's, that's who it is.
Daniel Craig, yeah.
Daniel Craig's, he
who else is it? It was called Knives Out, isn't it?
Oh, Knives Out, yeah. And yeah, and he kind of plays he plays this kind of a country drawl accent. Of all things, you think he's going to speak like James Bond, but he doesn't.
Yeah. And Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be interesting. There's pretty substantial cast. Frank Oz is in it. That's odd.
Man, I hadn't seen
as an actor.
Really?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about.
This is Frank. It says Frank Oz is in this movie.
Yeah, Yoda.
Yeah, the voice of Yoda and Miss Piggy, among others. Huh? That's interesting. I've never known him to act as an actor.
He also played as the county clerk in close to the end of the Blues Brothers when they had to pay. They had a payment they had to give to the county assessor's office.
Did not realize that was him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. So, and
that's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. So,
well, so Knives Out could be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, of course, there's a, you know, if you're looking for nostalgia, you can always go see Jumanji in December. I have no interest in that movie
whatsoever. I mean, that's
no interest.
That's milking it. What else?
Yeah, I think they're just
being milked on the silver screen right now.
Well, Star Wars, obviously.
Oh, that's a cash cow right there.
But we're all going to go see it. So
see it anyhow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can I just say something has changed? It's almost like your camera has gotten more in focus since we started this. It's so weird.
I don't want to talk about how bad it was to set up.
Well, we are dealing with a few technical issues that we got to work through.
My soundboard broke.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sad that your iPad broke.
We went
That's so crazy.
From webcam, DSL camera. That was a fun time.
Oh,
yeah. So
who knows? Next week we may have a whole different platform. Next week it may just be a photo of you and me, and we'll just talk over it.
This might as well be our Thanksgiving special because next week is Thanksgiving.
Next week is Thanksgiving. So what are you thankful for, Mike?
I am thankful that we're getting through this podcast, and we actually had people, chime in and part of it. So that was nice.
Yeah, I know. We had some people. I'm super happy about this for our first go around with Facebook Live to see how that all works. And hey, we probably should wrap up.
Okay. Yeah.
But hey, if you like the show, definitely let us know about it. If you hated the show, keep it to yourself. But
I can't.
Our plan is to start doing this on Thursday nights at 7. What?
7 Central.
Yeah, at 7 Central. That's true. So I forget that people could be watching from anywhere. Yeah, Central U.S. time. If you're watching from around the world,
that's right.
So we've got so check us out at something about something on Facebook, and we've also got something about something on YouTube, and we're about to have our website back up. Is that right?
That's right. Getting close.
And what's the website name?
SomethingaboutSomething.com.
So we're excited about that.
By Monday.
Should have it up by Monday. Awesome. So any last words before we sign off for 2 weeks? We won't see you next week, but we will see you the week after.
I appreciate all the likes and support we've been getting on our Facebook page. Thank you for helping us out, for liking, inviting friends. Please continue. This whole thing is an experiment from what we used to do, and so we're going to get our stuff together more and more.
Michael McCall wants to know if we can get a band.
Oh, well, I know that, I don't know, is Benjamin Rodriguez. Now, he's an awesome guitarist, so we might get him on there as a band.
Awesome.
And we got a guy at work who plays the bass. His name is Mike. I got another Mike who plays the bass. And
it's an all bass band.
Every one of them named Mike. Except for Ben. And Ben can play, which disgusts me the way he can play. Yeah, but anyway, all I want to say is thank you. And just send us comments. We're going to do some things in the future, like meme contests on Facebook, and we're just trying to get this thing together. And so that's pretty cool. Thank you.
All right. Well, why don't we sign off?
Let's do this thing.
This was the Something About Something podcast with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
And my good friend, Ricky Pope. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining us. And remember, we're coming back again.
Bye.
Bye. Are we done yet?